The content provided in this presentation is for entertainment and informational purposes only, and does not constitute trading or investment advice, recommendation, or endorsement. Financial market trading carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. You could lose more than your initial investment. Always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any trading or investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your trading actions and their outcomes.
And a very good morning. Welcome to the Sigma FX live stream. It's Wednesday the 10th of June 2026. Good morning. It's good to have you here today. If you are in the chat, then do drop a message in. Let me know who you are, where you're from, how you came about us today, and what you're looking at on the charts this morning. It's a lovely, sunny, breezy, no, it's kind of still day here in Scotland. It's beautiful. The birds are singing. It's that great time of year. I love May into June. It's perfect weather. If only it was like this all year round here. Fortunately, it's not. So let's get straight into it. Let's not mess around. Let's stick to the plan. And first of all, we'll have a little look at the news. Okay, so it's Wednesday the 10th of June, as we've said. Today we have news at 1:30 p.m. London time, high impact news on the dollar, core inflation, inflation rate, core inflation rate year on year, as well as the month on month and inflation rate year on year. Then into Bank of Canada interest rate decision into the afternoon at 2:45 p.m. London time. That's on the Loonie. On the CAD, we have the Bank of Canada news then, so be aware, it's the usual afternoon UK time news on the dollar, 1:30 p.m. today that is. On to Truth Social for Donald Trump. We have Donald Trump just confirming via CENTCOM that Iran, in relation to their downing of the American Apache helicopter at the Strait of Hormuz yesterday, US forces have been retaliating with strikes along the coast, defensive strikes along the coast of Iran around about the Strait of Hormuz. Not much information coming out of Iran on what that has involved, although Iran do confirm that they, in retaliation for those strikes, have struck US bases in Kuwait, Jordan and Bahrain, indicating that there's escalation rather than de-escalation in the US-Israel's invasion, or not invasion, attack of Iran and Iran's defensive moves against that attack. So what else have we said? Yeah, that's the same helicopter information. And then we're into all the endorsements of the political ambitions of the GOP candidates in the midterms coming up. So, first squawk, it does seem to be a little bit of a everything all at once in Iran, in the Gulf last night. It all seems to be pretty swift, the attacks and the retaliations and the retaliations for the retaliations. So it all seems to be over, so nobody's looking to prolong all-out fighting, thankfully. But that will still have an effect on the markets and on the oil price today. Just confirmation, if anyone got in on the short on gold yesterday. Unfortunately, I got in long. I believe I was talking about going short on the stream yesterday, but I got in long and got stopped out, and it's went you know, 5 times more than what my stop was. So that's at least I was out, but I didn't change my bias and get back in. It's something that I've been looking at. I have not had a profitable April and May, and we're now into June, and June isn't going great either, so I'm having to reconsider my strategy, or reconsider, not my strategy, it's often not your strategy that you need to change, it's your how you apply your strategy that you need to go back to following your rules precisely. Anyway, what else is on the news? Aragachi warns Gulf states have legal and moral responsibility to prevent the US and Israeli strikes. Explosions reported across southern Iran. Yeah, that just kind of confirms what I was saying there at Qassim and Bandar Abbas. But we've still got weakening of the US stock futures. Spot silver dropped close to 3%. Yeah, there's looking like there could be some moves in silver. Potentially a good volatile asset to be trading at the moment. I don't trade silver, but one of my esteemed sources is looking for shorts in silver. That was maybe it. Maybe it's happened. So you could have a look at that yourself. Iran says it will target the sources of any attack as well as bases and logistical facilities used to support military operations against the country. So it's all still kicking off in the Middle East. All hell is breaking loose. Let's have a look and see what else we're talking about today. So as you know, the title of the thumbnail today is World Cup Trading Special, and I can tell you that we here at Sigma FX have got into the spirit of the World Cup and the trading championship that the 5%ers are running, and we also have competition going on here as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to bring it up in the background here. So we do have our Sigma FX Trading 2026 World Football giveaway. So if you want to have a look at that, in the link in the description, get involved. Chance to win 2026 Mexican pesos. You can have the chance to pocket that, or CAD or USD, depending on how many subscribers we have at the time of the draw. But we're aiming to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're only going to draw it once we've got to 1,000 subscribers. So do subscribe if you're watching today, and do have a look at that competition. It's free to enter. It's a free sweepstakes draw. It will be drawn at half time on the World Cup final match if we've got to 1,000 subscribers. If not, we'll run it week to week till we get to that milestone. Ambitious, yes. Are you up for the challenge? Well, that remains to be seen. Please do take part though. It's all a bit of fun. What else do we have today? Let's have a look at the charts. Let's turn the music down. The music's loud again. No one tells me. If you're in the chat and my music, I've forgot to turn the music down again, which is every day. Do tell me. The music's down. I should make it automatic. In fact, there's probably an OBS code that can make that automatic to just get to that optimal level when I'm presenting. So let's have a look and see what's on the chart today. I did get in long on Aussie dollar, much to my demise. Yesterday we were having a look at what we thought the Aussie dollar was going to do, and if we go back, I did think it was going to go down and go up, but what I should have been more cautious of was that it wasn't going to be going up as far as I thought, because if we looked at the 4 hour, at that time the 4 hour was turning to the upside, but it quickly just consolidated. We got back into that consolidation that we were speaking about. I'm just going to grab my glasses because my eyesight gets worse every day. Where are they? I don't actually know. There. Okay, I'm back. Get my glasses so I can see what I'm talking about. So, we do have 2 streams today. We do have another stream at 9 o'clock, so please take a break. Or, even better, go on to Apex Brotherhood official live stream beginning at 8 this morning. Will Davies is presenting this morning, so once I'm done here, switch over to there and have a look at what Will's doing. If you are interested in joining the Apex Brotherhood, the link is in the description. I'm a member. I can vouch for the benefits of Apex Brotherhood membership. However, this week I'm considering all my options this week. Just to ramble on. Trading, as I say, it's not gone well the last 2 months after 2 bagging months where I smashed out. We did a 100 to 1,000 challenge. I managed to grow my account from £100 up to £200 in the space of 6 weeks. Doubling an account in 6 weeks, that's something not to be sniffed at. However, what happened after that, we unfortunately just lost our mojo. Now, I do have a lot going on. I've got a family life, I've got a work life, I've got a renovation ongoing in my property. Is that it? I've got an illness that I've been dealing with. I've got different treatments I've had to undergo. Everything's gone in the right direction, and all of these things, I've got to say, touch wood, don't have any real wood in this place. That's not even real wood either. Don't have any real wood. We'll touch the IKEA wood that my desk is made of. And trading, which again was going in the right direction, but now it's kind of holding back the rest. And once you get to that point where your trading is affecting your mindset, and that's also affecting the other things you're trying to do in life, then you've got to look carefully at the issue. Now, I was looking at strategy, but it's not the strategy, as I mentioned earlier, it's the application of the strategy that needs to be looked at. So I'm going to have a coaching session today with my AI, and we're going to drill down on where my priorities lie, what I should be doing to not just give up on things, but keep things going and get back on track. So rather than just keep repeating the same things, you know, trying to rectify it by throwing yourself into it is not always the best. Certainly not with trading. And I'll be honest, if I had a journal to look back on to see what I was doing in February and March and what I'm now not doing or doing differently in April, I will work it out, but my journal's not good enough to tell me what that is. Because I'm certainly doing something different, and it's making a dent into my account. So we need to stop this. We need to get hold of it. It's degenerative behaviour, and we want to make sure that we're taking the right steps to mitigate the other factors that are causing the issue. Which is, some of it is, a little bit of executive dysfunction, where, the dopamine risk, the dopamine rewards that your brain gives you for carrying out tasks or for planning things. I've kind of lost the way a little bit. So let's have a look and see what assets might be tradable today. I've not got my other screens on, so I'll put them on just so we can see the strengths and the momentum. I will need to, I really do, I've promised this before, I know, get the strengths and momentum up on our screen so that you can share and see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about how the strengths are looking. Oh, my device wants to restart. We don't want to do that at the moment. So I'll just quickly get the strengths up on here so I know what I'm talking about. Oh, it's all disappearing. It's not liking this. There we go. That's the strength. So instantly I can see that pound is topping out. I had a good trade on pound yesterday. I think I took that trade live on stream. It ended up only about $100, maybe $90 profit, which was all right. Can't sniff at a profit. So, but the Aussie dollar trade that after it did the drop that I was looking for, that I said there, I got in long, and then I got stopped out down here somewhere. So it's not looking good, not looking good. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at this. I'll just pop that there. Okay, right, so Aussie dollar didn't really do what we said yesterday, and again, this is probably an aspect of my trading that needs addressed, and that is looking too far ahead, because in the moment of this turning here and going up to here, by the time you're confirmed it has bottomed out here and is going back up, you are limiting yourself to just 20 or 30 pips. You know, why try and aim for ADR high or ADR low when there's lots of barriers in place between you and that target, which are also targets. You can come in and out. You're better to, depending on the time frame you're trading, if you're a swing trader, also you might be wanting to take these bigger moves and ride out the waves. But if you're a day trader, you know, ADR on Aussie dollar at the moment is only 55 pips. If you're getting a third of that, now what's a third of 55? Around about 18 or something. 1836, 50, yeah. So 18 pips is probably quite reasonable. You know, a third of a third of a third. A third of a third. Is that right? A third of ADR is probably about reasonable as a maximum, and even half of that, so 10 pips, say 9 pips, 10 pips, would still be a good take profit. Now, has ADR dropped in Aussie? I'm sure it used to be more than that, but we need to start getting realistic on what targets should be, and not trying to go 2 levels of resistance up, because it's banged right off that what was our R1 yesterday. If we let's have a look, we'll bring that back up, indicator list again. We'll go to our pivots and we'll get that set up so that we can see a few days back and see what R1 was yesterday. So R1 yesterday was up here, so it's hit R1 earlier. Well, it's hit R1 earlier in the day yesterday. So it's come. Where are we? Let's make sure we're looking at the right date. 1 second. Okay, right, there's yesterday. So that's today. This is yesterday. So did it hit R1 yesterday? No, it didn't. It's kind of hit it the day before. So, but we're into this day. So it's approached R1, but it's gone right down to S support 1. After that colossal drop here at the 3 o'clock, well, that's 4 o'clock on broker time here, so that's 3 hours ahead. That'll be 1 o'clock. So New York opened yesterday and it's just crashed out. It's crashed out down to here. 43.54. Yeah, 50 full ADR's worth of pips on that drop. But we can see where has it bounced precisely. It's closed right on the support and then it's bounced right off the support back up. It did spike through it though. It did spike through it. You can see I've got a fib on there as well. So we can certainly put our fib on that drop and we can already see it's retraced immediately back to the 50 on that. And say immediately, that was the hourly chart. So by the end of the day yesterday, it's taken back its 50% and now it's back in a smaller range than before. So what way is it going now? That's the question. What's the 4 hour telling us? Well, it's telling us it's ranging because our MACD is just sausaging together. It is, you know, the price has gone to extremes here. The RSI, it's bottomed out twice into the oversold area, but it's still in the lower portion, so it's still kind of warning us that it's not quite going up yet, and that MACD is certainly telling us it's not going back up yet. Can it go further down? Well, it is very overextended, isn't it, to the downside. So if it settles in at that level, we might get a change. It might just meander up before it goes further down, because there's certainly room for it to go further down. So what direction are we? I would say we're neutral. We're neutral. Price action is telling us we're in a down, but it's also telling us we're currently just in a range of 25 pips going up and down. Where are we in terms of support resistance? Well, on this 4 hour chart, we're just round about just hovering underneath the central pivot range. So it's kind of it's saying more down than up, to be fair, even though we'd be expecting a little bit of reprieve and relaxation back to the upside. There's certainly targets above as well. What's the hourly telling us? Because we're not going to do anything until the hourly does something. It's telling us it's ranging as well, and that it's in a little bit of indecision, you know. There's nothing clear coming out of that. It's messy. It's not telling me anything yet. I would say just ignore that and look at it with fresh eyes come when it actually takes a direction. Because at the moment you would just be guessing. So I would say the decision here would be to sit out and just keep an eye every hour and see what happens with it. I'm just going to remove that thing from the chart. Let's just remove everything from the chart. Well, let's remove these. Yeah, let's remove these. The trend lines, we don't want them. I tend to tick these and then they don't. It's like a fault with MT5. It doesn't like to do multiple deletes. Okay, we're happy with that. So, messy. Is the 15-minute telling us anything? Well, it's gone up. It's just... There's a little bit of moves of 20 pips from 17. So in the range, you could get involved in some bouncing, some scalping the bounce from top to bottom until it decides to break. Sometimes like to do that if it's not picking a direction. If you're getting 10-15 pips, it's potentially worth it. There's 13 pips. So we've missed the bottom here. It's going back down, but it's wanted to continue up. Will it break the central pivot range? We've got this fair value gap above. I would say just keep bouncing it. We could bounce it until the price breaks, as I say. It's stuck in that consolidation there on Aussie dollar. Let's have a look at euro dollar. That's euro dollar. What is euro dollar telling us today? Euro dollar. Well, we're at the middle of the 20 moving average on the H4 here. It is telling us it's going up. It's going up at the moment. I would say it's up. It's up. It's above the central pivot range, which means Aussie dollar. If euro's gone up against the dollar, then Aussie often does the same. But to be honest, looking at the strengths, Aussie and US dollar are heading in the same direction. Euro is certainly heading up now on the strengths. So I think we've got euro and pound going up and dollar going down. Nothing significant. And unfortunately, the Australasian currencies, the Kiwi and the Aussie and the dollar are all kind of heading in the same direction. And they're all in the same half of the chart in terms of strength. But we've got Swissy, Euro and Pound all looking to be good to trade against the dollar today. What would be our best pair to trade in the moment? Well, it looks like it would be Euro Yen. Euro New Zealand actually. Euro Kiwi, we'll have a look at that next. Looks like, again, the move may be over. It's a lag. These are lagging indicators, but when you get a move, you get momentum, and when you get momentum, you get longevity of a trade. So we'll add that to our list of things to look at, the Euro JPY this morning. So we know Euro's going up on the strengths. We can see it's going up on the price action. We can see from the indicators it's on a buy. We can also see that it's at the 20 moving average on the volley and it's above the central pivot range. And we can see that there is a target. If we're looking at this fib here we've drawn on this down move, have we already reached the 50? Yeah, we have. Are we going to come back and retest this high, which is also at the resistance level and also the daily high? I would say that's a good zone there between R1 and the daily high, or at R1, just to take that price action back to there. It's certainly showing us up on the H4. What's the H1 telling us? H1 is telling us a similar story. It's up and it's up and it's up. So I would like to take a trade. 15 pips up to R1, just as I said there. So we'll do a new order there. We'll do what is our? We'll take profit 150, and we'll just do a 1-to-1. We'll readjust that after we look at it. Yeah, quite happy with that. So we're taking our target up to $92 there, or a loss of $92 there. Still early in the day. I don't particularly like to trade at this time in the morning. We don't have any news ahead of us. It is just the open. We know that there's going to be volatility and possible pressure on the dollar after the American strikes and the Iranian strikes in Iran, as the dollar gets put under pressure with oil, etc., going up. So Let's see. This is where my control freakery gets in, and I want to change that so that it's $100 profit. But we're just going to leave it at $92.38 profit if it takes it. It's in a safe zone there. It's well below the high. It's below the R1. We're at the 38 on this these levels again. It's bounced up to 23, so we just wanted to hopefully we're potential for a lower, better entry. So we'll have a just look at that. Yeah. So I mean, it's possibly going to relax. We can see that the 15's topping out, and we'll want to come down again. So we'll just get another order in below. We'll do it at the what was that one? That was 0.62. So we'll just take a 0.5. What's our our target going to be here? 20 pips. So we'll just keep the we'll adjust the stops so that we're getting a 1-to-1. Okay, so we're at $186 on the upside, and we'll just that'll take us safely down to this low. That's where we are there. So we're still we're 1-to-1. If these two orders are taken, there's a potential third entry in around here, which we'll put in, and then we'll adjust again. We're just reducing the entries as we go down, and size in terms of lot size. So we're 286. So this will take us down below the low to give us still a 1-to-1. And if it's down there, we're definitely wrong. We'll try and get out before. But worst case scenario, it's a 286, which is only 0.3% of the account. So we're good. We're well within what I allow myself. Okay, that's looking good. Happy with that. Euro is looking good. Euro GPY as well. Do we want double exposure? We can still afford a little bit more exposure to our euro because we've got the slight correlation if we've got a second euro trade, but I wouldn't allow myself any more than 1% correlated to something else. So Euro GPY, is that looking good? Oh no, it was a Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand. We're getting a big spread on this. We've got a 1 pip spread, so we need to be aware of that. We've got a massive ADR of 142 pips. Is that right? Okay. So we know Euro's going up. We know New Zealand is tanking. We know New Zealand is weak. We know Euro is strengthening, but having a little bit of a drop off just now, but in general the direction on the hour certainly is up. The 4 hour is up. The daily's up. The weekly's way up. And the M15 is down for the moment, and New Zealand is slightly up for the moment. So we're expecting it to come down for the moment. That's the H4. Is ADR a target? Well, we can see it has taken. We can see what the direction is certainly. But what's it telling us just now? Yeah, so it's telling us down for the moment. So we're not quite ready to enter. I would like to get in a little entry here. And probably just come into here for 40 pips. We'll try that. That's what it's looking like just now. We'll keep an eye on that after the open, but we're safely below this low, and then will we get into that fair value gap here? Maybe a little ambitious at the 30 pips. We'll just go for back down to here. Oh, we don't want to move it up there. We want to move that down here. So it's 300, 30 pips, 29 pips. And we'll just get that in at that low there. If it decides to go in the wrong direction. It's heading in that direction at the moment, but we'll look for it to take a bounce here and up. If it goes above here, then we can look to get back in and potentially look to trade up to a target up at around here. We'll see what's happening. Okay, so that was Euro New Zealand. Again, we need to watch our spread, as I said before, so let's see what that is away from there. Yeah, we'll stick with that just now. We'll stick with that. GU, as I said, pound is looking like it's heading up as well, which it is. Where are we at in terms of their CPR there? It's heading for R1. Yeah, we're definitely up. It's a buy, all right. But how long will it be a buy for? That is the question. And is it going to go up into this nice target here at ADR? That's where you want it to go. That's where it looks like it wants to go. Still looking healthy for a buy. It's not a strong move though. It's not a strong move. Let's see what the 15 minutes telling us. 15 minutes telling us it's wanting to relax a bit, but that's ultimately where it's wanting to go. The big target there at the top. Is it going to do it? Does it have the legs? Everything's heading in the right direction of that at the moment, so I think it's worth putting a buy in here. Oops. Just in it here. Let it relax a little bit, and I would say an ambitious, we'll go for 40 pips, but we'll set an alarm, and in fact I've said we won't do that anymore, so we're just going to go for 18 pips. 18 pips. Said we're not going to go for crazy targets. We'll reassess if it gets to our 18 pip target, and if it breaks this resistance here, and then we can always get another 18 pips after. Right, so that's our pending order set on pound dollar as well. UJ, not really worth looking at. It's ranging according to my strength, which you can see it definitely is. I'm not even going to bother looking at it. It's just smooshing together here. Nothing of interest in particular. So that was a quick rundown through the charts. Is there anything else anyone wants to look at? We can have a quick look at Bitcoin. I can't remember what these lines were. It's clearly not done what I thought it was going to do. On the thumbs down. Stops and profits. Anyway. Bitcoin's taken quite a hit although it's finding support here at the $60,000 psychological level. Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy is bought again apparently. Looks like it's down in the moment, wanting to go down. Certainly under the central pivot range and heading, wanting to head down to that support, and nice in ADR there on the support too. Is that the same? Yeah. And at that low, I'd say it's going to. At the moment, it looks like it's. Well, looks like it's smooshing. Not doing much. It's that time of the day where the lines just smoosh. They're in indecision. We just need to give it that little bit of time at this time in the morning to let it take its direction. I will monitor these trades I put on. I know I did get straight in on euro dollar and my pound euro dollar trade, and we've got the pending on pound and euro New Zealand. Just one trade on each. So we'll see about the euro dollar. The euro dollar was looking the best, to be fair. That is looking like it's potentially an indecision until it breaks this range that it's forming here. A break of this low or a break of this high, but I would say it's more to the downside, certainly from where the price is sitting at the moment. It's probably looking to go up into there, and there's our first target at support 1, if it takes that. I don't trade Bitcoin in this account, to be fair, but I mean I would be happy, to be honest, that even at the moment, just to take a 80,000 points trade down into there. I don't even know what size it would be on here, probably somewhere in the region of 0.15. Would that be correct? Let's see if there's any. Well, it could potentially come back up to there first. And also here to retest the daily high. So I don't think we're quite ready to jump in on that. But I wouldn't. Yeah, we can get a 1-to-1. Right, we'll go to 1-to-1. I'll just check what that comes up as risk wise. At 0.15. Might not be much. Yeah, that's about right. The profit loss doesn't work correctly on Bitcoin just because of the crazy. Well, it does work actually. So we're just above the daily high there. If it goes back there, we're wrong, and if it goes down into there, we've got a nice $115.21. I don't know if that will copy across to some of the other accounts, but I'll just need to double check that. Anyway, it's 7:45 in the morning, 15 minutes till the Apex Brotherhood live stream with Will. Let's just have a look at the chat. There's nothing in chat this morning, so do join Will in the Apex Brotherhood live streams. Sometimes we're in the Discord, sometimes we're in the on YouTube. So let's have a look and see what is happening. So that's this morning's schedule. So one waiting so far. So do go and join Will on Apex Brotherhood. Do like and subscribe and say hello in the chat once you get there. It's always good to participate. And it's always good to show your support by a little click of that bell and a click of the thumbs up, and do subscribe. Excellent. Cheers, guys. I will catch you at 9 AM London time. You'll get an update on how all those little trades I took are going. I'm back to firing on all cylinders, but as I said, I've got a session booked with my AI this morning to iron out some of my dysfunctional behaviour. So it's been good to have you all on again on the live stream today on Sigma FX. Trading, trade well, manage your risk, and above all, I can't say it. I can't do it. Anyway, good to have everybody on. I'll catch you all later. Cheers, bye. Cheers? Cheers. I don't know what I'm talking about. Bye now.